Hi, Claude Whitacre here. I'm a sales speaker. I speak to groups of salespeople and business owners across the country. I've also written several books on the subject of selling. Well, a lot of times I'll get people that are salespeople and they will say, Claude, how do I get more leads? How do I get more leads? Well, there's a lot of ways of getting leads. I'm going to talk right now about one specific way of getting leads, and that is in your own company. For example, you're in sales, but there's other people in your company that are in service, they're in customer service. And that a lot of times is a great place to get leads. And here's why. They've already bought from you, meaning your company. They already know what to expect. They already are they're already conditioned to your prices, and they have a problem. Now, what I found out from 40 years of selling and servicing customers is that the vast majority of the time, the best solution to their problem is either a new product, which of course you can sell, an upgraded product, an upgraded service, a more comprehensive service, that's going to solve their problem. Their problem isn't to fix the old thing that they bought from you 5 or 10 years ago. The solution is a lot of times to upgrade to something better. That's my suggestion to you, is work your service department. And I'm going to give you a quick example. Years ago, 40 years ago, I decided I wanted to learn how to use or how to open a retail store. So I went to a competitor that owned a retail store selling vacuum cleaners, and I said, teach me how to do this. He's making $1 million a year out of a small store in Barberton, Ohio. I said, teach me how to do this, how to run a retail store, and I will work for you, pay me whatever you want. I just want to learn from you. So he gave me a really, really good deal. I'm forever grateful to this man. His name is Julius Toth. And so he said, I'll do it under 2 conditions. One is I don't pay you a salary, I pay you a commission, but it was a very generous commission. The other thing is you don't take any sales away from the salespeople I have on the floor right now. And I just said, okay, done deal. Now, of course, I had no idea how I was going to make any sales. So I hung around the store for about a week, watching people sell, trying to learn. And it occurred to me that the service department, people would come in, they were selling vacuum cleaners and ceiling fans and a few other things. And it occurred to me that they had a service department. Somebody would come in with a vacuum cleaner, and the service guy would come out and he would say, okay, you need this and this and this and this and this, and it's going to cost you $50 to get fixed, or $100 or $20 or whatever it is to get fixed. And so I talked to him one day and I said, I have a question for you. Can I ask you, how do you get paid? I mean, do you get paid, is it just a salary, or do you also get paid a commission? And he said, well, any repair over $50, I get $5 to repair, plus I get my salary. And it occurred to me that this was an opportunity. So I said, well, how about this? How would you like to get paid for your repairs and not have to do them? Would that be okay with you? And he said, well, of course. I said, all right, let's do this. From now on, when I'm on the floor, if somebody comes in and they have a vacuum cleaner and they need service, and their service is going to be $50 or more, rather than you do the service, say, well, before I take this machine in, why don't you do me a great favor and talk to Claude over here? Okay, Claude is the expert on trade-ins and on service machines, and he's the one that takes care of customers that have brought in machines for service. Why don't we just talk to him for just a second? And then I would come over and talk to them, and a third of the time, 40% of the time, they would go ahead and buy a brand new vacuum cleaner. Why? Why did they buy a new vacuum cleaner? Well, because what they had needed service. They were going to have to spend a lot of money anyway to get it fixed. And the machine that they had was old to begin with. It wasn't brand new and it needed fixed. It was old and needed fixed. So this was the best time for them. If they were ever going to upgrade to a better product, the best time is when they have to repair what they've already got, and they can save the money on the repair, and I can take it as a trade-in, and then they can get a better deal. So they win twice. They get the trade-in and they save money on the repair. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what I do. You probably don't own a vacuum cleaner store. You probably don't work in a vacuum cleaner store. But the principle involved, you can adapt that principle to just about anything that you sell. Work your company's service department. there is gold in that department. Go there and do likewise, my friends.